Hello and welcome back to another one of Paul's beer reviews. I hope you're all doing well today. I've got a stout for you, and it's a collaboration stout between Vocation and Brew, and it's a chocolate caramel stout, and they've called it Sweet Temptation. This one's coming in at 6.6% ABV. That is a lovely looking can. It's a really smooth kind of can wrap on it. It's kind of slipping out of my hands because it's cold. I mean, that looks glorious, doesn't it? It just looks like a chocolate bar. They've kind of gone for that kind of milk chocolate swirl and gold writing. It's sort of reminiscent of a Galaxy chocolate bar. That's definitely what they're going for there. I don't think there's any two ways about that. So yeah, a Vocation and Brew collaboration sounds fantastic. Picked this one up in Morrison's, another one from their latest range. £3 a can. Say, looks lovely. What does it say? Sweet Temptation, chocolate caramel stout with sweet notes of chocolate and caramel. The silky smooth, rich and seductive stout is impossible to resist. Yeah. Chocolate caramel stout. It sounds lovely. There's not much else to say really. Allergens, malted barley, oats, lactose. So it's going to be creamy. But it doesn't say much. No real flavour text on it. It hasn't actually got any ingredients on it, is it? No, there isn't actually a list of ingredients on this one, which is a bit naughty, I think, personally. But there you go. Let's get this chocolate stout. Ooh. Pour. Shake it up a bit at the end there. I'm going to leave that there so we can see it. Vocation, Sweet Temptation. There it is, holding up to the lights. I can't really see much in the way of red bleeding through the bottom of it. It's pretty dark. Head has disappeared. Pretty sharpish on this one. But yeah, really dark, as you'd expect. That tan head has disappeared. Give it a swirl without throwing it all over the place. Stick me snout in, get an aroma. Oh, goodness me. I think that is as close to a milk chocolate caramel bar as you're likely to get on an aroma. It smells really, really nice. There's no coffee, there's very little roasted malts coming through on this one either. It's all chocolate and caramel. They've nailed it. At least with the aroma. It smells gorgeous. It smells like a dessert. Looks like a dessert beer. I'm going to get stuck in. Cheers, guys. Tasty. It's a tasty stout. It's rich. It's creamy. It really coats your palate. There is chocolate malts. There's caramel from the malts. Very carbonation build up mid palate. Once it dies down, you then get that full chocolate caramel experience. No bitterness on the back end whatsoever. Carbonation on this one is actually quite high. Quite high levels of carbonation on this one. But they use it to good effect. First thing you notice when you hit your tongue is the texture of it. You're getting that the oats, the lactose. It gives you that slightly creamy mouthfeel, slightly full mouthfeel. And then the carbonation rush comes mid palate. And then when that dies down, you suddenly realise you've got a whole mouthful of milk, dark chocolates, caramel, really, really malted highly with chocolate malts and caramel malts, and it does give off that chocolate caramel bar flavour. I like it. I like it. It's got a good body to it. There's a slight bit of sweetness there, as you'd expect. It's a chocolate caramel stout. There's got to be a bit of sweetness in there somewhere, hasn't there? But there's a slight bit of sweetness in it. Almost gives off a very subtle sort of dark fruit, sort of fig flavour to it as well. Maybe slightly a bit of cherry in there. Subtle, very subtle though, but it's there. Once you kind of acclimatise yourself to the chocolate and the caramel malts, you start picking up that sweetness. You start recognising it, and it definitely has a dark fruit kind of vibe to it. But it's subtle. It's firmly behind the chocolate and the caramel. There's something else I like about this beer. Every time I go to take a swig, you get a nose full of that aroma. So it kind of gives you a really big indication of what you're about to take in. The aroma doesn't lie about the beer. It backs itself up very nicely. The more I drink it, the more it opens up. Just starting to get slightly more roasted vibe to it now. Slightly nutty, almost like a hazelnut type flavour to it. She's now kind of turning into a chocolate hazelnut and caramel beer, which again, it's very tasty. I say it's now kind of becoming Nutella with caramel. It's opening up and it's developing, so I'm getting kind of dark fruits, hazelnuts, milk chocolate, caramel. It's a dessert beer, and that mouthfeel is really, really nice, and that carbonation just does enough just to throw the flavours round your palate a little bit more. This is very good. This is very, very good. £3 a can as well. I think when Vocation and Brew York come together, particularly now, I think both breweries are top of their game. They're really smashing out some fantastic beers at the moment. So it would have taken a lot for them to come together and make a poor beer. And this is a good one, and this is good value for money. I think for £3 a can in Morrison's, you're getting exactly what it says on the tin really with this, plus a bit extra that I'm discovering as I drink it, you know. See, what I'm getting now on the aroma is a bit more of the lactose. So it's becoming more of a milk chocolate flavour. Milk chocolate, hazelnut, caramel, subtle dark fruit. It's really tasty. It's a really tasty beer, and it's one that I think has to be savoured. Like most good stouts, give them a bit of time. Don't just neck them if you can help it, because this is tasty. You might want to neck it, but if you've got a good stout in a glass, give it a bit of time. Let it open up. Let it develop. A little bit of lacing on the glass there, just showing its quality. Not getting any of that 6.6% ABV. It's quite gentle. There's no harshness really from any booze. There's not really getting much in the way of warmth or anything like that. It's quite an easy drinking chocolate stout, this one. I've not got a bad word to say about it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my time with the rest of this, and I'm going to let it open up, because the flavour is changing as I'm drinking it. It's developing. Like I say, that dark fruit is coming out. The lactose of the milk is coming out. Yeah, the caramel's coming out quite strong now, actually, and that chocolate is now definitely more milk chocolate rather than dark chocolate. And also the carbonation is calming down. That is opened up a little bit. That carbonation is calming down. and you realise it's not needed to enhance the flavour on this beer. It's doing it on its own. This is a really good stout, guys. It's a really, really nice beer. I'm going to put that down and enjoy the rest of that nice and slowly, savour it. But £3 a can, this one, for Morrison's. It's lovely. It really is very, very nice beer. It hasn't blown my mind. It's not exactly you know, a game changer, but it is very good, and I would definitely buy that again. And if you're someone who likes your chocolate and perhaps not even too keen on beer, but you're just kind of, you know, getting yourself into it, this would be a good place to go. If you like your sweet things, you like your chocolate, this would be an interesting beer, I think, for you. So well worth a try. So it's Vocation and Brew York's Sweet Temptation Chocolate Caramel Stout, 6.6% ABV. It's £3 a can in Morrison's. I do recommend you go out and try that. I'm going to give this beer a 9 out of 10. It's very, very tasty. And like I say, it develops. So give it a bit of time. Let the beer do what it's meant to do in the glass. But there you go, 9 out of 10 for that one. Lovely beer. Give it a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, guys. Until my next one, you take care.